Hi guys, when Reform UK return to their constituents at the next election to win their vote again, what will they claim to have achieved? Well, they weren't in power, but they did a lot of talking. So one way they can try to keep their constituents happy is by talking up popular issues and pretending to actually care. One of them is pubs. So a Westminster debate took place on the future of pubs and hospitality, and one MP from Reform was there, demanding support for what he called important community hubs. But is he right?
I'd like to ask the Minister to hear the kind of rallying cries I'm hearing from my constituents, which is save the local pub and save the family breweries. Now, I think there's two things I'd like to ask you to focus your mind on. And one is to avoid the pitfalls that come with the kind of counterintuitiveness of the situation you're in. Namely, by increasing tax burdens even further, actually end up generating less revenue for the Treasury. So, for example, in my constituency of South Basildon and East Thurrock, we only have 23 pubs remaining. Now, we've already touched on the alarming rates in which pubs are closing. One, for example, in my constituency, very close to where I grew up, was the Barge. It's a 200-year-old pub. It is now gone and it won't come back. So, for example, we're raising over £33 million in revenue for the economy from those 23 pubs, 10 million of which is going into tax. If you keep burdening those pubs will close and you will receive less money. Furthermore, people who do want to drink and do want to smoke will do, and as the honourable member, the honourable member touched upon with minimal pricing, what we're seeing is actually decreasing in people's health. So what I'd like you to be really conscious of is the dangers of accidentally worsening the situation for both the tax and people's health, because people will drink if they want to, people will smoke if they want to, but they will do those things in places where it is not regulated, it is less safe, and no tax will be generated as well. So we must be very mindful of this, and I'll just finish by thanking everyone and say, save our local pubs.
Okay. Do you believe his motivation here is about saving pubs, or is his motivation here about reducing taxes on corporations, big business, and the richest in society? I'll leave that to you to decide. Now, if he is truly concerned about pubs, does he support higher taxation to compensate pubs, to prop them up? He doesn't mention it here. He talks about how taxes are too high. But if you actually ask pub owners, the biggest concerns they have is energy prices and the rising cost of materials, for example, the beer and the spirits and stuff like that. Wages are also an issue for them. But the biggest problem, I think, facing pubs is a change of lifestyle that people have. People are no longer going to pubs. It's too expensive. Really. Many people, especially during the pandemic, realize they can entertain at home. They can go to the supermarket, go to the off-license, get some beer, get some spirits, and have a little party at home, or just have a few drinks at home instead of going to the pub. Now, pubs have struggled since then. So I think it's not so much about tax. Once again, Reform UK are very much about bringing down taxation, but about taxes. But it's more about a changing lifestyle. Young people, for example, are less likely to go to pubs. The cost of living crisis has a huge impact on the ability of people to go to the pub. So, most people in the past wouldn't go to the pub for one drink, they go for a few. And if you're doing that, you're going to spend a significant amount of money. So, of course, you're going to see pubs close. Pubs will have to adapt. They'll have to offer something different if they want to get people in. But remember, when he says we need to save pubs, does he support more taxes to cover this cost? Or is it just about reducing taxation for everyone? Or in reality, the richest? Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.